Would you believe me if I said just one slip could be the last time you walk normally again? Age comes on slowly, but accidents happen so fast. Truthfully, living a long life isn't the hard part. The challenge is living long while staying independent, still getting your own groceries, taking walks, tending to your garden. And that begins when you dare to choose the right support tool before your body is forced to cry out for it in pain. Did you know people who start using mobility aids at the right time not only prevent dangerous falls, but also live longer by preserving their independence? So what four small items can help you live longer, healthier, and stay self-reliant? If you've ever thought it's too soon, then this video will help you realize right now is the absolute best time to start. Stay with me. Let's take the next step on steadier ground. And the first item, simple but incredibly effective, is a walking cane. A single fall without a cane could cost you the next 10 years of your independence. In their later years, many assume that walking difficulties are just natural, but that very mindset causes countless older adults to ignore one of the earliest signs of physical decline, losing their balance. And tragically, they only realize it after a fall they can't come back from. Studies in the US show that after 70, the risk of falling doubles if seniors don't use any assistive devices. Meanwhile, a simple cane can slash that risk by up to 40%, according to a report from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Consider the story of Arthur and Helen, both 78. Arthur, once very active, noticed his legs trembling when he stood up suddenly, and his steps sometimes felt unsteady. He initially brushed it off as a normal part of getting old. One day, heading to his garden, he tripped on a tree root and fell. That fall broke his hip, landing him in the hospital. It took nearly 6 months to walk again, and even then, he needed a walker. In contrast, Helen, his longtime friend, noticed similar signs of imbalance. But the moment she felt herself wobble on a curb, she proactively started using a cane. Because of that, she always feels confident going to the store, gardening, or visiting her grandkids. She says, "This cane doesn't make me weak. It helps me hold on to my independence for longer." A fall at this age isn't just a bruise or temporary pain. It can trigger a cascade of events, from being bedridden and losing independence to cognitive decline from inactivity. One fall can erase a decade of healthy living that was still ahead of you. The good news is you don't have to wait for a fall to use a cane. Try walking inside with a sturdy cane. Feel the stability and confidence it provides. Choose one that's lightweight with a non-slip base and the right height for you. If you've ever felt yourself sway when getting out of bed or hesitated before stepping onto a curb, don't dismiss it. A cane today could be the key to a long and steady life tomorrow. And it's not just about walking. Even in your own bathroom, the one place that feels safest lies a hidden risk. An ordinary morning. You step into the bathroom, same as always. 5 seconds later, your head hits the sink. And just like that, you never bathe alone again. Many older adults wrongly assume that just moving slowly, holding onto the sink or wall, is safe enough. But the truth is, the bathroom is where most household accidents happen, especially for people over 70. The alarming part is that most of these accidents are preventable, if only for a simple wall-mounted shower chair. According to the National Institute on Aging, over 80% of serious falls in older adults happen in the bathroom, often while standing up after a shower or trying to brace against a wet wall to sit down. A single chair, fixed securely to the wall, sturdy and non-slip, can help them sit steady while they wash, rest if they feel dizzy, and balance as they stand. Walter, an 82-year-old from Michigan, always insisted he was still plenty strong. He went into the bathroom every morning without any support. One day, he felt a wave of dizziness while bending for the soap. The fall sent his head into the vanity, requiring 7 stitches and leaving him with a persistent fear of it happening again. "I just wish I'd installed that chair sooner," he shared after recovering. Meanwhile, Judith, 80 years old, living alone in Florida, had a different mindset. After her husband fell in their bathroom years ago, she immediately had wall-mounted chairs installed in both of hers. Now when she bathes, she sits down, feeling both relaxed and secure. No fear of slipping, no need to rush, She enjoys her self-care safely and on her own terms. I feel like I'm still in control of my life, she says with a smile. A bathroom fall doesn't just cause physical injury, it leaves a quiet trauma that makes seniors avoid personal care. They become dependent, reluctant to move, and their world slowly shrinks. Don't let that happen to you, all for the lack of a small chair. Modern shower chairs are easy to install, compact, and durable. You can find them at medical supply stores or online, and a single morning's work is all it takes to be prepared. If you've ever felt tired while showering, or simply want to stay safe to live independently longer, don't wait. A chair in the bathroom today is the first step towards securing your peace of mind for all the years ahead. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, drop a 2 in the comments below. I'd love to know. And if you haven't yet, why not hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out? Your support truly helps us keep creating content that can make a real difference. And if you still love getting out to the market, visiting friends, or simply strolling through the park, but find you tire out after a few hundred yards, then a lightweight rollator could be your perfect companion. You know what's scarier than needing a rollator? Pushing through the fatigue, having one bad fall, and never getting back on your feet the same way again. When rollators come up, many seniors feel hesitant. They worry it makes them look old and frail, like they've lost their strength. But the reality is the exact opposite. People who are brave enough to use a rollator at the right time are the ones who preserve their health, independence, and longevity. Numerous studies in the U.S. have shown that a lightweight rollator helps seniors continue their daily activities, like shopping, walking, or visiting friends, without worrying about shortness of breath, dizziness, or exhaustion. A good rollator also reduces pressure on the knees, back, and ankles, areas prone to pain for those over 70. The bottom line is, the more you move, the healthier you live. And a rollator helps you do that without burning out. The story of twin sisters, Rose and Lily, both 79, is the clearest proof. Rose, once very active, began avoiding outings after a few long walks left her exhausted. "I don't want anyone seeing me pushing a walker like some helpless old lady," she said. As a result, she stayed home more, declined social invitations, and her health noticeably worsened in just a few months. Lily, on the other hand, chose a lightweight rollator with a built-in seat and storage. She was a bit self-conscious at first, but after a few uses, she felt a world of difference. She goes to the market, the park, her friends' houses. Whenever she feels tired, she takes a rest right there. Now she says, "This thing doesn't make me weaker. It helps me go farther while staying strong." Remember, avoiding movement because you're afraid of getting tired only makes you weaker, faster. In contrast, moving consistently, even slowly and with support, keeps your heart, muscles, and even your memory in better shape. If you've ever cut a shopping trip short, turned down a coffee date, or hesitated to leave the house for fear of tired legs, then maybe a lightweight rollator is the key to reconnecting with your life. They come in many styles now, with firm grips, smooth wheels, and even fold up easily for the car. You don't need to wait until you can't walk to use a rollator. Choose to use it today so you can keep going places, living on your own terms, and enjoying the life you deserve. Because living long isn't just about sticking around, it's about still being able to go the distance. And finally, if there's one place in the house where people are most overconfident, it's the staircase. A fall at 80 doesn't just hurt, it can permanently rob you of your independent life. All of it, because of a missing handrail on the stairs. Here's a fact most people overlook. When we're young, we run up and down stairs without a second thought. But as we age, balance gets trickier, reflexes slow down, and a single misstep can set off a chain reaction of consequences. And yet, many seniors still choose to hug the wall instead of installing a secure handrail, either out of pride or because they think they're still fine. According to CDC data, a quarter of all serious falls among the elderly happen on or near stairs, a place where one slip of the hand can turn everything upside down. Meanwhile, adding a second handrail to the staircase, instead of the usual one, dramatically lowers this risk. And more importantly, it gives seniors the confidence to move freely in their own homes. Listen to the story of Leonard and Clara, neighbors in California. Leonard, 83, always boasted that he climbed stairs just fine without a rail. But one rainy morning, his foot slipped on his wet slippers and his hand couldn't find a grip. He tumbled down the stairs, fracturing his shoulder and sidelining him for over 3 months. In contrast, Clara, also 80, had her son install a second handrail years ago. She explains, "I don't wait for a fall to make a change. I prevent it first." Now, every time she goes up or down, she has a firm grip, moving slowly but with complete confidence. "I'm not afraid anymore," she says softly. A fall on the stairs is one of the most dangerous accidents for an older adult, leading to hip fractures, brain injuries, or even a permanent loss of mobility. But one simple piece of metal, securely and correctly installed, can be the very thing that keeps you safe from that risk. You don't have to wait for someone to tell you. Take an honest look at your stairs. Are there handrails on both sides? Are the steps slippery? Is there enough light to see clearly? If the answer is no, then today is the perfect time to fix it. Living long isn't just about adding more years. It's about living actively, in your own home, without being afraid every time you take a step up or down. And a small handrail might just be the silent guardian that preserves that peace of mind for you, day after day. There is zero shame in choosing to use a cane or putting a shower chair in your bathroom. Because that isn't a sign of getting old, it's the sign of someone who understands. Staying safe today is how you protect your freedom for tomorrow. Because a long life isn't just about living for a long time, it's about living with steps that are still steady, with small tasks you can still do for yourself, and with each passing day, still being able to crack a small, contented smile. If today you choose to prepare for your future with a support tool, you are also giving yourself another gift, the chance to live longer, safer, and freer. If anything in this video resonated with you, please share it with someone you love, or leave a thought in the comments. Maybe that single share might just help someone avoid a preventable tragedy. Thank you for spending your time with me. I hope you always stay steady on your journey to a long and peaceful life.